We have to use code in order to get the clock to work correctly. So what we're going to do is we're going to take code that's already been written and we're just going to put it into our animation, and then we'll adapt it as we see fit. To get the code, you're going to go to your Flash sample packet, which looks like this, and we're going to find the clock folder, which you've done many times before, and you're going to open up the tutorial. It's a Word document. Through here you can see all the steps we've already followed about building layers, and we work our way down and we will find the code written in red. This is what we're going to need to get our Flash document to read the code on your computer. So I just highlight it. I'm going to hit Command C or Edit Copy. I'm going to jump back to the Flash document. I'm going to make sure I'm on the Actions layer, so I make sure I select that, and now I need to open the Actions window, which is under Window, Actions. It'll look something like this. You'll notice here it says ActionScript 1.0 and 2.0. If you see it reads 3.0, please click on the drop down and change it to 1 and 2.0. Having copied the code, we can now just paste it, which again is Command V, and there's the code to make our clock work. It may look like a lot, but it's really not. This underscore root dot on enter frame means every time it enters a new frame, run the code between the first bracket and the last bracket. Even if our movie's only one frame long, it will run this code every 24th of a second because that's what our frame rate is, 24 frames per second. If our frame rate was 30 frames per second, it would run this code every 30th of a second. This myDate is a variable that we designed, and it's equal to new date, which doesn't mean anything to you and me, but to the computer this means the current time, date, second, hour, minute. So the variable of myDate equals whatever current time it is. So here we have the name of a movie clip, hour hand. The rotation of the hour hand equals myDate get hours, which means the rotation of the hour hand will be equal to whatever the current hour is according to our computer. Everything from this point on this line is nothing more than a mathematical formula to figure out which direction to point. For example, if it was 15 minutes past, it would find the hours, set up the mathematical formula, and make it point 90 degrees. Or if it was 30 past, it would make it point 180 degrees from the center. That's all it is, and then it just repeats that 3 times for the hour hand, the mid hand, and the second hand. We know that the code got imported correctly because on our actions layer, there's a little tiny A that shows up there, and it says that there's actions on this layer. If I open up the actions window again, you'll see our code. If I happen to select a different frame, if I happen to select a different frame, you'll notice the code disappears. It's still there, it's just not on the frame I have currently selected. So if I go back to the A, there's our code again. So next I'm going to show you how to create a movie clip and how to get it to work and speak to this code so the code will tell which direction the hands need to point.